Hey everyone, Spicy Toast Gaming here. Patch notes are out, so we'll try to go over them as best we can, but you'll very quickly see why that won't actually be too informative. It should be a really big patch notes, but we're not really going to know what's actually in them until much later, potentially after the patch has already dropped. But let's go into see what we can. So up first, Freljord is coming out. You can see that right here, as well as Nora is also arriving. Now, what are Nora's star powers? Don't know. They didn't list that in the patch notes, so we'll see that later. But Nora is being added, and so is the new Freljord adventure, so that should be a lot of fun. For Path of Champions, they're adding a whole bunch of things. What are they? Who knows? So relics, here is a list of new relics that they are adding. Again, I'm recording this over 4 hours after the patch notes have come out. Still no information. We have the name, but none of the images have actually loaded in, so we have no idea what any of these actually do. But bunch of relics, that's awesome. Look forward to seeing what those are, but again, we'll have to wait and see. Items, so these are things you'll be able to get while going through the adventures. Get these on your cards. Nice group right here as well. Whole bunch of new items. What do they do? Who knows? We know that some of them are just going to go on units, some will just go on spells, and some will just go on landmarks. What they actually do, though, your guess is as good as mine at this point. And powers. We also have a whole bunch of powers, so that is great. What those powers do, again, we have no idea. Now they're adding 2 new skins, Lee Sin and Elder Dragon. They seem pretty cool. And we are getting a bundle. So this is going to be a bundle that, as you see right here, 60 Nora fragments, 1 portal acceleration relic. So you see that right here, an epic relic. Don't know what it does at the moment, but an epic relic, 3 spirit forges, 3,000 stardust, so enough to just buy a golden reliquary if you want, 5 greater cosmic blessing relics. So you see that right here. This icon is different than the greater pearls. So what these actually do, again, we're not sure. We don't know how much this is going to cost, but it is fairly similar to the Aurelion Soul bundle that they put into the store, so it might be similar to pricing as that. So this bundle will be made available with the next patch. So pretty cool that we're getting some Stardust in there, especially 3,000, and more shards for your champion, epic relic, a lot of good stuff here. I think the Aurelion Soul bundle, in my opinion, was worth it. So as long as this is priced reasonably, I think it would also be probably worth picking up. As far as miscellaneous, for one, this is going to be the last patch to get the Aurelion Soul bundle from the store. So that's going to be gone in patch 5.2. So if you want to get the Aurelion Soul bundle, this patch will be the last time to do that. As far as bug fixes, the main one is they're fixing the Deathless item because that has been having problems in Path of Champions. And that is about it from what we actually know for the patch notes. Honestly, a massive disappointment. Like, it's wonderful we're getting Nora, we're getting a new region, we're getting all this content. That is great. But it's really just a massive missed opportunity. You guys might not know this, but almost every single month we have this issue where they release the patch notes and they're full of typos, mistakes. One thing that actually happened is they fixed it now, so they've adjusted it, but this, when the patch notes came out, said February 27th, which is today. And this time is just like an hour after the patch notes came out. So a lot of us were like, is the patch actually dropping today? It always drops the day after the patch notes, but the patch notes say it's dropping today. So they did fix this already, but it's just insane how we have this massive company that makes so much money, and yet the most basic amount of professionalism of actually putting out your patch notes and have them being usable, like this information, there's so much here that we just don't know about at all. And this is a consistent issue that's been going on for months and months. Like, yes, they laid off a bunch of people, but for one, that doesn't excuse you from just doing the bare minimum as far as putting out a good product and it being just the bare minimum as far as professionalism. So really disappointing here. And yes, they had those layoffs, but this has been going on since before the layoffs. they have to know that this is an issue, and the fact that it keeps happening, it's kind of just mind-blowing to me that any job you do, that this is a problem you have every single month. This is your official statement you're putting out to everyone to see, and every single month it's broken and doesn't work. Like, these patch notes should have been the most exciting moment for all of us players, becoming like, man, there's so much. There's all these relics, these items, these powers. We'd all be having fun, going crazy, theorizing, and excited to get into the game to actually test out all these different new toys that they're giving us. But honestly, this just kills it for me. It's incredibly disappointing, and I think a massive wasted opportunity. I really, really want this game to succeed. I want this to be the best game it can, but it just seems like Riot doesn't really care about it, which is incredibly disappointing. This has been going on for way too long, and honestly, Riot, you should really just do better. It's incredibly disappointing. Anyways, hopefully the patch comes out and there's not any issues. I'll probably do a follow-up video tomorrow when the patch is actually out and try to give you the information that should be in the patch notes, but we just have no access to. But awesome that we're finally getting a new region. We're finally getting a new champion, Nora. She should be a lot of fun. Again, no idea what her star powers are, but her skill set should be very enjoyable. And we're getting a whole bunch of new content. That is awesome. That should be the only takeaway that we did have today. But stupid mistakes like this that have happened for months just spoils it for so many people. Anyways, I hope you all have a good day. Patch comes out tomorrow. Hopefully we can all have a great time playing. And Riot, please just do better.